Welcome back to the channel, Super Snails and or Birds. We have the June roadmap, the full, all of it, brought to you by Parker, or edited by Parker and Brunhild. Thank you. We got the roadmap release, in-game events, gallery sharing, and a snail code as always. Cool. We got the first week on the 6th, which we should all be really excited for. This is going to be the bulk of the stuff, is the Oregon rework, the evolution system rework, and the arena rework. Everything else, I don't know. I don't see anything more important than these three things right here. Maybe the crown battle stuff. The supreme relic system rework is going to be, I guess, cool because we get like another tier, but if this is going to be grindy, it's not going to be as impactful as like an Oregon rework because we have already tons of organs, right? If we have to have like pieces and shards of like RNG and all this other stuff for these supreme relics, then it's not that big a deal for me anyway. But this right here, the Oregon rework, is going to be crazy. Hopefully you guys have been saving up your shards. You haven't been recycling them, because I believe that's going to help. It's going to come into play. I hope you guys saved up some of your speed ups, even though a lot of the retroactive stuff, it's going to be retroactive, kind of like the hatchery. If you've unlocked the hatchery, you just get a bunch of like eggs and shit like that. But if you have extra, it goes into that bottom line where it's like 156 or 160 days or something crazy. It's a lot. The evolution system rework is going to be really nice because all this is going to be good. And we'll see the pictures and stuff. The newbie training, I still don't have any idea what this is going to look like. Actually, if you're a new player, you actually get to see it. You actually get to go through it, like these little check marks, milestone kind of things. And we get to get it just from day one because we've already unlocked most of that stuff. Hopefully that also we can just breeze right by it for us old time snails. And then yeah, everything else not a big deal. The June event, they're going to be doing one of these. It looks like they're going to be doing a June event, and I'm glad because I finally can start using my speed up so I can get my white tadpole so I can actually participate. And then there's going to be an Oregon shop. Cool. Okay, so we got the Oregon rework. We've seen videos. I've shown you guys videos. I've shown you guys what it kind of looks like and stuff like that. But it's in English finally, so I can read it, and it's translated in a way. So I wonder if our snail is going to look like this, because I've seen the video where it's not even like a video. You know, like right now when your snail is in it's got the forms around it, like, you know, whatever, zombie, mecha, and all, dragon, and all that stuff, and you start putting all of its organs, and it starts like mutating a little bit. I wonder if this is going to be like, if you get a complete set, if you're going to turn into like this form, or if this is what this guy is going to look like. Our snail bird is going to look like when it's like in its zombie form, because this is the only green form that I can tell. Unless this is demon, maybe, but I wonder if we're gonna like look even extra, because right now he's got a little like Dragon Ball like cape, like Piccolo's cape or something like that. That's what it kind of looks like. It reminds me of that anyway. And then you got some insane like abilities right here with these guys right here. So a lot of these will help, and then you look like you can max them out. It looks like you can turn them into like how the relics, you can just like, they got that little fire. So I'm assuming that if you put enough points into them, kind of like you would with the Protomon, right? You star them up, and they get to that max, that awakened state, and then you have also your abilities, what kind of like the milestones that you reach, or what powers you'll get. So that's pretty good, and that's just one organ. Like that's crazy. That's gonna be okay. So there's a certain type of player that likes to just do stuff, play the game, and fuck off, right? I get that. And then there's gonna be like the mindgasm, like super high end, like min-maxer. They're gonna love this because there's gonna be so much stuff per each. Like I'm just thinking about like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 7 freaking organs right there. And then, you know, that's just the ones that you can equip. And then there's going to be extras and more to come out. And there's probably going to be all kinds of things that you can play with, that you could be like, these are the best ones, go get those or whatever. But you can, hopefully they'll hopefully there'll be different ways to optimize your snail or bird so that you can reap different benefits. Maybe something that like maybe there'll be an exploration organ that you can put on. So while you're exploring, you could just like you know what I'm saying. You can already see where my mind is going. Where if you want to fight and you really want to dominate something, you'll have like a loadout that's like for power and stuff like that. So I won't know until it actually all comes out because there's a lot of intel and I like to get my hands on it. So it's not as easy for me, but for a lot of you guys that already know, you guys can help me out. Throw a comment. That's cool. Throw a comment and we'll be fine with that. I'll be fine. I read your comments and then I get into it and then I learned from what you guys say and all that stuff. True Eye of Ceiling, like that eyeball that was just there, that gave us like those 4 pages of like all of its information. It's like before round start, intimidates the opponent with a gaze, reducing the enemy's defense by 60% this round. That is so insane. That's like, so imagine you have your dragon form, you have your dragon form penetration, you have your chucks, and then you have this guy doing just basically reducing the enemy to like 0 armor for that one round. You're gonna be hitting for true damage. That would be great if you can go overkill, like any extra like defense that you penetrate would turn into like extra additional damage. That would be awesome. I doubt it, but because if you reduce the armor to something to basically a flat 0 or whatever, I'm pretty sure that's it. Congratulations, you're hitting for 100%. So yeah, this is that little eyeball that comes out in the beginning, and then you send out the pain. It's basically the hell crush. That in itself is pretty good. So gene form, we have organ boost effect, works on all forms. So this is zombie. And this guy right here is the what? It can obtain organs from different creatures to evolve and get new abilities. This is going to be evolution system rework. I believe this is going to be that place where like you feed your snail and stuff like that, because we have seen it where his mouth is completely open and he's just sending out those little, they look like little treasure boxes, but with like evolution gene stuff, whatever. This is probably going to be a good section to ask a question in the AMA, what all this does. So here we have the arena rework, the shop itself. If the punch points are going to be split up into two different types of currency. There's going to be like a gold one for like higher tier things. Your regular lower end, just from winning arena fights, you're going to be getting these guys. But I was told that the controllers, you should probably start using your controllers now before this comes out. But if you're like me and you have 500, there's people that have like 1500. It's just like, it might be too much work at this point, because the old arena was just so boring. That's pretty much what that boils down to. And it looks like from this trophy rank stats, it looks like almost everything, because the Protomon section has this as well, where like if you beat, when you do the tribal warfare, you spend up to a certain amount of recruitment points, and then you hit certain check marks, certain levels and stuff like that, and you get certain buffs and whatnot. Hopefully is more improvement, and that was just from that trophy section, from hitting just this one trophy right here. It's giving you those abilities. So on day one, for a lot of us, we're just going to be hopefully ripping through all this and gaining all of those benefits, all these right here, just unlocking all of those to help us whatever become stronger in the arena or whatever. What these are and what these give, I'm not 100% sure yet, and how it's all going to break down. I do like the pickaxes. I do like that they're still giving us pickaxes, a ticket. I'm not sure what's going to be in here. Hopefully a coin or something like that. That'd be nice. This is done. So for any of you guys who are trying to get this, it used to cost, I think, 5,800. I don't know if it's going to be easier for us to get that the punch currency, but 800 is a little bit lower, which is dope. Or maybe it's just less stronger now. I don't actually know how much weaker or stronger the actual bicep is going to be, but for it to be a lower price, maybe there's a reason for it. Moving on, we got the Supreme Relic system rework. First thing I saw when I saw this was like Chanhee wallpaper. I was like, yes, more Chanhee stuff. Actually, I was watching Daily Chan's channel, and I believe this is the wallpaper that they're talking about right here. So, if it is indeed that, like, we unlock a certain relic, or we upgrade a certain relic, or we do a certain amount of relics that get us to this point, we'll finally get Chanhee back up on the screen. It's been almost years now since she's been like cut off from the OG spot where she would give us news and stuff like that. So I'm actually really glad that this happens here. This looks like some kind of like these two right here look like badges maybe for maybe killing what do you call it? The hitmen or whatever, or not the hitmen, sorry, the agents. And then, you know, you get these guys going, and I guess after a certain point you just level them up and you reach that mile marker. So that's okay. So we just move on to the collector talent preset. Looks like you'll just be able to unlock this if this isn't already something that we already have. We'll just be able to do a preset. We'll see. That's kind of like this one's not as important to me right now until I see it in play. And then the crown battle. The crown battle, I'm definitely gonna have to ask in the AMA, because like, what? White feather crown. This looks like godhood stuff. This looks like the points that you upgrade the gods so that you can get them to the next tier level or whatever. So, or star them up or whatever. So that's looks like you're gonna be fighting with these 3 units. Maybe wrong, maybe right, but again, without 100% like more intel, or at least a video of like what it looks like, I won't know. But we will on 3 weeks from now. So this is definitely a good point to ask a question and be like, hey, what the hell is this? And then we get to the lottery week for the month, and this is why I was told to hold all my lottery tickets, because of this. So it is coming out that this one, and it is coming out on that lottery rotation. So if you guys have a lot of lottery tickets and stuff like that, you'll be good to go. So I think we'll be fine. We should be able to get a lot of white tadpoles if you've been hoarding your exploration speed-ups as well. So that's going to be really good. So if you guys wanted to dip into some white tadpole section and throw a couple rolls and stuff like that, but I usually don't like to do that anyway. But yeah, Holy Grail coming out. And then we have some really sweet art. And this is what makes me think, like, hopefully this is not like an ad picture. Hopefully this is actual, like, so the one that we had in the beginning, he looked like a greenish kind of zombie-ish Piccolo with the cape and stuff like that. And this looks like it could have been like that could have been like a zombie form. And this one right here looks like it could be promo, but hopefully it's not promo, and hopefully it's just by getting certain types of like either level ups, tiers, or maybe you're wearing your dragon form so they just change color. But hopefully you could look like this, because this dragon form looks so good. It looks so good. I don't even see a shell, so I'm wondering if this is even a snail bird or whatever. Looks so cool. Looks so freaking cool. The dragon form is obviously the best form, and it's fight me on that one. But yeah, and then obviously the June roadmap codes at the bottom. So it looks like those two are going to be the biggest questions I'm going to have to ask for, because all the other stuff for the most part is going to be pretty self-explanatory. But like, how the hell do you crown battle, and how do you supreme relic system like upgrade? Like, how does that work? You just put points into this, and then you just move to the next one, and then the next one, and the next one, until you reach this. Cool, I guess, but you know, it'd be great if it showed us like a transition. Brune, Parker, please, please. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Have them give you guys more pictures so that we can play with, so we can understand. Also, actually, there is a third one, because the evolution system here, I'm not 100% what any of this means. This is going to be fine. In like about a week, we're going to have enough intel. And if you guys aren't there yet, or actually, I think everybody should. This should affect everybody. So we all can play. Oh. We're going to have so many freaking new toys to play with, guys. Oh, man. I'm gonna need to relax a little bit because I am about to explode. Because there's a lot. There is a lot we're gonna be doing, and we're gonna be having a lot of fun. This game just keeps kind of evolving in a way that it's just gonna be like. I like when games do things that make it fun. Like this is to me, this is fun because I get to do more interesting things. Like once upon a time, we had a pond, a garage, a inside the home where you can go ahead and shoot some critters on the ground, and then you also had like where your partners hung out, and then sometimes you went to a domain, and then sometimes you went to a realm, and now you have Protomon, you have the hatchery, you have the man-eater, you have so much. We're gonna be getting all these reworks. We're gonna be, oh god, this is so good. More fun. It's just more fun. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you guys enjoy. This is a good time to be a snail. If you get this before, or excuse me, if you get this after like a couple months from now, you're not gonna understand how much more pleasant this. You might be overwhelmed actually when you first start playing. You're gonna be like, what is this game? Like, there's so much shit going on. Maybe I don't like it. I'm turned off. But for us that started a long time ago, this is just thank you QC Play, thank you devs, thank you artists, thank you all the guys, all the moving parts that are making this game happen, because we are enjoying the fuck out of it. I know you guys are. I know you guys are enjoying it, and I know I am, and I know there's more to come. So peace.